Mae'r gaeaf yn un o'r tymhorau mwyaf anodd I ffermwyr, ac ar yr un adeg mae'r clefyd llyngyr yr iau yn dod i'r amlwg oherwydd y tywydd gwlyb. Heddiw mae cyswllt ffermio yn cynnal diwrnod agored ar fferm Rhydyr Efail Lledrod Tregaron I godi ymwybyddiaeth am yr haint.
Following last year's breeding season and horrendous weather that we've all suffered as Welsh farmers, Leslie is going to talk about the losses that we've all suffered due to liver fluke and ways of getting around them, really. We've also got John Richards from Hubby Key Cymru. He's going to be talking about selecting lambs for slaughter. Leslie and John are going to be talking about calibrating drenching guns to make sure that the ewes get the correct amount of drench. There's been quite a bit of under-drenching following last year, so that's another thing that they'll highlight in tonight's event. There is 80% funding for a full animal health plan, so if there's any Welsh farmers out there that are members or wish to be members of Farming Connect, they are all eligible to go on that resource and get their local vet to draw up a animal health plan.
Dose rate, if you underdose, you will
Yr arbenigwr heddi yw Leslie Stubbings.
I think this year the main advice has got to be to not let their guard down. Last year, I think everyone's aware it was probably the worst year that any of us can remember. We've just had a nice dry spell over the summer, and it would be tempting to think that this year is going to be okay. But you don't have to think much further back to realise we had that awful spring. We had lots and lots of liver fluke that overwintered. We had problems early on in the summer, and unfortunately the dry period we've had won't have done enough to alleviate much of the problem, so they've really got to keep on their guard again this year. At this time of year there aren't any symptoms. Usually the first thing you see is dead sheep, unfortunately, with acute liver fluke disease, because the animals are out grazing. If there's a lot of fluke out there, they're taking in a lot of baby fluke effectively, and they go into the gut, and it's the migration of those to the liver that does all the damage, and there's no warning of that. You just literally get the first few dead sheep. So what I would say to people now is, think about how it was last winter. Are you at risk? Where are your risk pastures? And if you're selling some lambs dead weight, just go and get some decent feedback from the abattoir. Are they seeing liver damage in those lambs? Are they seeing any liver fluke? Just to give you a bit of a heads up. A bit further down the line, when we start to get some adult flukes, you can look for eggs in the dung, but that takes quite a while. We're talking well into the autumn. The vets can also take some blood samples, so they can look at blood chemistry and they can look at antibodies in the blood. And there's a new test now which is on the way, which is partially commercially available, which we call a copper antigen test, which looks for antibodies in the dung. And in theory we should be able to find those sooner than we can find eggs, which might just give us a little bit more of a head start against them. But that's early days for that one. Obviously, we're very limited in terms of the number of products that we've got to deal with liver fluke. And there's one product which has been the gold standard, triclobendazole, big mouthful. But that has been used widely because it is the only one that will kill these very immature fluke. So it'll take them down to about 2 days of age. And unfortunately, we're developing some resistance problems to that now. But I think it's being overplayed, because there are definitely some farms with resistance, but a lot of people assumed that because they needed to treat more often last winter, their normal regime wasn't working, they were finding they were back in trouble after a month even, they assumed that was a breakdown of the product, and actually what it was reinfection. Because these products, you kill the fluke in them on that day, if you turn them back out to fluky pasture, they'll pick another dose up, and then you've got the problem. So they really do need to talk to their vet and test for resistance. We don't want them all moving away from that gold standard product unless they have to. The main messages for tonight are, don't let your guard down. Just because we've had a reasonable-ish summer and you've got good silage in the barn for a change, liver fluke's still out there. Don't get caught out. Don't assume that old treatment strategies is going to work. You've got to revisit that, and don't assume you've got resistance. Get it tested and plan your treatments and the products that you're going to use according to what they're capable of doing.
Mae llyngyr yr iau yn gallu cael effaith ariannol difrifol ar incwm y fferm, ond sut mae goresgyn y broblem?
We all know fluke was a massive problem in Welsh farms last year, but the main advice would be vigilant, keep an eye on the flock, and when we are treating for it, make sure firstly that we are treating correctly with the correct product, and secondly to make sure that if we have a look at the ewes that are behind us now, they're all look around the same weight, but there was a big weight difference between the heaviest and the lightest then. So make sure that we are treating to the heaviest, and if there is a big weight differential, if we can when treating, weigh the heaviest and then split accordingly to have the lightest together and the heaviest together.
Liver fluke is a silent killer. Be aware and keep a careful eye on your stock every time you go around them, because it can happen in a matter of a few days from quite healthy ewe going to a dead sheep. They say there's resistance about. I don't think it is a resistance very often. It's underdosing. People don't dose the sheep for the heavier sheep they got in the flock. So on a 50 kilo ewe, if you're 5 kilos out, that's 10% underdosing.
But dry summers can be just as bad as wet summers.
I saw one example a few years ago on a very, very dry summer. I didn't even think there was fluke about, but the farmer moaning about his lambs weren't thriving, they weren't running. And then I said, check him out. And he said, no way we got fluke, it's a nice dry summer. And I said, I'll come up with you, we'll have a look at the... And I couldn't say if it was fluke out, but he did test them with a vet. And when we checked where they were grazing, there was no grass on the hill. It's all burnt off on the rocks. They were all in the bogs and in the ditches. There was plenty of fluke there.
Fe ddaeth ffermwyr o bell ag agos i'r diwrnod agored hwn. Felly, beth oedd eu hargraffiadau nhw?
It's just interesting to see the facts and figures written out on a screen in front of you. Not just to be able to see the animal, but to see the information on what to look for and how it affects your farm and how big the problem is, not only in one area, but across Wales and the UK. And just to see how to go about it to reduce the amount of liver fluke that's in the farms around us.
To learn about the dosage and what the slaughterhouses, what the services and I don't think a lot of people knew that anyway until Hybrid Cymru they've promoted it through whatever work they're doing that we don't look at it, and now in evenings like this we do learn a bit more about it.
Will you be adapting the way you're farming after tonight?
Well, I think between the doses and weighing the lambs and all that, which not many of us showed hands. Yes, because these doses, as John pointed out, are expensive, and we don't want to overdose and we don't want to underdose, do we?
Well, I think something we've learnt is that we should find out the weight of the sheep and weigh them before giving the drench, so we do it properly and not waste money on dosing the wrong weight.
Were you weighing the sheep before dosing before tonight?
No, I wasn't. I was one of the guilty ones and just guessing what the sheep weighed. So it might be a good idea to weigh them now before I do it next time.
You've invited the open night here to the farm. Are you happy with how everything has gone?
Yes, very happy. Good turnout, and it's been a lovely evening and an educational one as well. I hope everybody's learned something from the night.
And what have you learned from today?
About the resistance problem with the different trenches and for the fluke, and probably you need to test the user frequently to make sure that there isn't a resistance on your farm.
Will you be adapting this to your system?
Probably we'll test in the future.